Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fredunified Blueprints. I have a lot to say, but first of all, Amorim should be sacked because if at this point we still do not have control of our game, we don't even know the players that are going to play. The players don't know what to do when they ought to attack, and they are just playing rubbish against a 10-man side. He needs to be sacked. Hold on, is that what you're expecting me to say? It's just it's funny. I mean, I'm the least person you should expect to say Amorim needs to be sacked. If anything, not sack. I said at the beginning of the season that Amorim has been set up to fail. We do not have the players to compete. We do not even have the players to do anything. I mean, we'll be lucky if we make a top 10. That is what I said. And I'm not holding back on it because I love to be realistic. I love to work with what's in front of me, not what I am hoping to see. And it's just it. We do not have the profile of players that he needs. But let's take it back. When Eric Ten Hag was here, every Manchester United fan was crying that these players do not deserve to be in Manchester United. So now we go and we get 4 players, and we think those 4 players will change everything. It's funny. Honestly, it's just funny. Because it's not going to make any difference. We've not done any good business in the transfer markets. We haven't. We've not gone anywhere so far. We are still struggling. We are still a struggling side. So if anything, it's not going to be the sack, in my opinion. Now, for these blueprints, I have a lot to talk about. I have a whole lot to talk about, but I'm just going to break it down into little things because I mean, everything I'm going to say in this blueprint is what I've been saying week after week after week after week. So I'm sounding more like a broken record right now, and I hate to do this. I could go on and just complain and just rant and just vent all my annoyance and pain and frustration and depression, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help the team. It's not going to help us as fans. It's not going to do anything. At the end of the day, we just have to support the team and make sure they bring out the best they can for every one of us. So for this blueprint, I'm going to start with just a few things. First off, many Manchester United fans are on his bandwagon. They love him so much. You go to lives and you see them talk about him and say, give him time, give him time. But I am fed up with Patrick Chinazekpere Dogu. And I'm just going to say it right now. The earlier we move on and get a good left wing back, the better for everybody. The better for everybody. Because we cannot have the players that we have. We cannot have Dogu, which he's supposed to contribute to the attack, and he's also supposed to double up and contribute to the defense, but he's not doing that. We should get rid of him, and the earlier we get rid of him, the better for us. He didn't help the attack. He was trying to dribble. You've not been able to beat a player since forever, and you are using yesterday's game to beat players that are even sitting deep. They are not even willing to go forward. They are just trying to get the ball off you and throw it back to you. Are those the players you are trying to beat? He does not have the technical ability to do anything. He can't beat a player. He cannot cross the ball. He ends up going forward and coming back and passing the ball. And for those that actually watch and pay attention to Dogu, whenever we are defending, the way he runs back is so annoying. He's lazing himself, just walking back. Even when we are attacking, he's not even aware. He's not paying attention to where would the ball go, where is this going to go to. He's just there. When we start the attack, you are supposed to be on alert 90 minutes. You are supposed to be in the game, but Dogu is not that player. He's not going to give us that. So it's tiring. We should get rid of him. Luke Shaw went forward in the first half for the first time, even before the red card, and we got a cross. We got a cross that threatened the defense. We got a cross that threatened the defense, and that was pure Luke Shaw. Dogu played that whole place for 60 minutes or more. Nothing. So what are we using that left wing back to do? What are we using him to do? He cannot even defend. That's even the annoying thing. He cannot defend. Luke Shaw was going forward and he was caught many times because he has to run forward to help the attack because Dogu is not helping the attack. And by the time he's trying to get back, he's leaving just Delete and Euro. I didn't plan to do this, but I'm already ranting too much. But Dogu needs to be binned. I do not care about his personal development. We can loan him out if it will help him improve. But right now, in Manchester United, for us to move forward, we don't need Dogu. It should just be binned. The earlier the better. Just get someone else. Either you play Luke Shaw or you get the other under 21 player from loan or something else. Just bin Dogu. Just even play Malasia. But don't play Dogu. Dogu is not helping. Whether defensively, attacking, anything, is not just helping. So let's bin him. That's my first point. Now, moving to the second point. Now, this is another thing you guys are going to hate. But we need a backup for Bruno Fernandes. We cannot keep on depending on Bruno Fernandes. We cannot, especially with teams that play low block. He's not going to be able to do it. He isn't. He was trying crosses yesterday. He was trying shots yesterday. Good. I love that. But it was not helping the team, regardless. It was not helping the team, regardless. And it's funny that for someone who is acclaimed to be the best midfielder in the world, he does not know how to unlock a low block. What does that say about you? Yes, you might say, okay, the surrounding players are not helping. They are not getting into pockets. You should create the pockets. I saw him lose balls over and over yesterday. Lose passes over and over yesterday. Why are you holding on to the ball? I mean, if we had backups that could try something different, we will not be overly dependent on Bruno Fernandes. Hear the English I'm saying. Overly dependent, meaning we do not have a backup, we don't have a replacement, we don't have anybody that can try or do what he's doing. So if Bruno Fernandes is not in the game, we are as good as gone. Why? We are Manchester United, we are the biggest club in the world. Why don't we have a replacement for the best player? Why don't we have a backup for our supposed or acclaimed best player? Why? Who is he teaching? Who is learning off him? Who is trying what he's trying? Nobody. And that's bad. The goal that we considered yesterday, that was Bruno's man because he was the second person. Casemiro was already marking somebody, but Bruno was not even aware of his environment. Okay, the guy came. Pressure the guy, for goodness sake. Pressure him. Bruno did not pressure him. Instead, he was pointing the hand for Euro, who was not even close to him and had to stretch. And Euro just helped tee the ball properly for the Everton player that just shot the ball. So it's funny. We need a more disciplined player in the midfield. We need a more disciplined backup for Bruno Fernandes. The earlier we go out and go and get midfielders, the better for us. I mean, we should not even beat around the bush again. Midfielders are top priorities. Wing backs are second priorities. I don't want to really care about the attack because anybody can play there. Anybody, in my opinion. If we get good wing backs, Ahmad does not need to play right wing back. He does not need to play right wing back. Then we'll have Ahmad, Mbeumo, Mount, Cunha. I'm not mentioning Zexi because I don't even count Zexi to be in the frame of players that Manchester United need right now. So yes, let's get a good backup for Bruno Fernandes. He was not in the game yesterday. He got some shots, yes. Worldies, yes. Did he get into the post? No. If he had scored, he would have been rated 9.9. After the sweet performance he put against Portugal, that sweet performance, you're expecting him to come back and do that for Manchester United. God. We need a backup for Bruno Fernandes and for Casemiro. Because even Minu came in and you can say he didn't put a foot wrong, but what did Minu really do? He did not affect the game the way I think in my head Amorim wanted him to affect the game. Amorim wanted him to dissect. Now you have two central and attacking midfielders that can dissect any low block, but he didn't get that. He didn't. So yeah, we need midfielders and we need them fast. Now I think I've gotten my cool. I've chilled down a bit because I'm still pissed. After waiting and chilling for 16 days, only to come back and we are playing this rubbish against a 10-man Everton is enough to be pained, angry, annoyed, depressed, frustrated, everything. And this is not just on Amorim, because I will go back to my first statement. Amorim was set up to fail. Now let me move to why. Again, we do not have squad depth. Because what are we going to do if your first team players, your senior players cannot do it? Is it the young ones? Well, we can try the young ones, but any reasonable person will know that you are trying your young ones when you are winning, not when you are losing. Except it's a competition that you are not really interested in. You try them on when you are winning, so they get the hang. There's not too much pressure. But this is so appalling. And how do we fix this squad depth? I'm going to say, yeah, I think as much as the Ineos did a good transfer, they made lots of mistakes. Lots of it. Now, firstly, I don't think we needed Kunha. We could have used that money to invest in midfield. But okay, yeah, we got Kunha. There was no need to get Shesko again. There was actually no need to get Shesko because Højlund was ready to play. Why did we get Shesko? Why? We could have just kept using, in quotes, the robots in Højlund that many fans call him. But I just kept using Højlund. And he will come good. He will definitely come good. Because he was already picking up, he was already syncing with these players. We were building something. But well, we just allowed that whole thing to just go down the drain. We allowed it to go down the drain. Okay, now we got Shesko. And we just totally ignored the position that needed reinforcement. We sold Ericsson, and we only have we only had Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Mainu, Ugarte to play in midfield. Only 4 players. Now, amongst that 4 players, Bruno Fernandes is not a good central midfielder. He's more a free role person. He does not need any defensive job. He wants to just be free and attack and enjoy himself. Now, Mainu is too slow and cannot work in this fast-paced formation. Ugarte does not have control of his passes or control of himself and should not even be in the team. Casemiro is the only person, but yet he's slow. All the 4 players mentioned, they all have one vital deficiency that is going to affect the team one way or another, and they don't even complement each other. Regardless of how you want to pair them, there is no good there's no good click to any of them, except, I mean, of course, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. But even at that, you can still see that there is a weakness, and that weakness is always exploited. Always. Except when our wing backs, which is now the second place we ignored, except when our wing backs are playing in their top game. Wing backs, what do we have? Dalo and Dogu. 2 useless players, in my opinion. 2 players that are not ready to improve. 2 players that are just okay being at the level of development that they are right now. They are not ready to try and do something better. They are not ready to try and push further. They are not even showing signs of any improvement, regardless of what training regime you put them through. So, we didn't invest in midfield, we didn't invest in wing backs, which these 2 things are actually primary to how Amorim's formation would work. Now I'm going to add to the frame, which is something I've been talking about. We need a center back, a strong center back. Maguire was not in that game yesterday and we suffered. Not necessarily because of anything. We suffered because we couldn't get, anytime there was a cross, we were threatening. So everybody was defending. We were scared. So everybody was defending. So there was no point to even do counter attack because we don't even know how we even take and defend the crosses that Everton's we are very good at. So we need a good center back. And the Elite is not a good center back. No offense to him, he's a very good player. He's a very good CB. He's a very good right center back. For the energy he possesses and all that, he's a good right center back. But for a center back, the Elite is not the man. You need a strong, aggressive in some cases, but a very strong, tall, put together, calm center back. One who knows how to slow down the game, pass the ball, dictates the game, know when to go forward. Cannot be bullied by top strikers, except by fast strikers, in which the two right center back and left center back will come in. So yes, we need a good center back. Now, because of the buy they've done, we need a striker, a backup striker. I don't know if this is going to get to the Manchester United board, but we need a striker, a backup striker, an older striker. We do not need a younger striker. We need a backup striker that is old to teach Shesko, to teach Zegzi. This and this and this are the positions you should find yourself. This is how you should run when the team is attacking to create space. These are the pocket of spaces you should be in. This is how you should press to get mistakes from your opponents. We need that. And I've suggested Welbeck over and over again, but we are not making use of that. I don't know what to say again. So yeah, we are lacking in so many positions. The attack is okay, aside the striking position, but the attack is okay. We can manage it. But if I was going to be ruthless, I would say that left midfielder, that left 10, is not even working right now. Probably due to the fact that we do not have a good left wing back. Probably, but it is not even working. So we need to work in transfer market. We have to get like 5-6 players if we want to seriously finish the season in a good position. We need to get at least 6 players: a right centre back, a left centre back, 2 midfielders, 2, a centre back, and 1 left midfield or left 10. That's the only way we can compete. Take this to the bank. Take note of this and watch out how we play. Now, for this last point, I'm going to dedicate this last point to faulting Amorim. Yes, I need to fault him because watching from the confines of my home, I could see what was not working. And one of them was Euro was being shaky all day. He was shaking, and he needed to come out. He was sliding through when he didn't need to slide, when he needed to stay strong. He didn't know how to pass the ball forward when he needed to do that. And his performance did not even improve. All through, his performance didn't improve. He was just sliding, and he needed to go out. The change of moving Mazarawi could have been Euro going out while Mazarawi plays that right centre back. He made that change very, he got it wrong in that point. Now, Dogu should not have been in the second shot. Dogu should have been shipped out before the first half finished. But Amorim kept him and maybe thought Dogu would try something new. I don't know why he believed so much in Dogu. I do not. I've given up on believing on Dogu. But he kept Dogu for as long as he did. He might be excused because Dalo came in and there was nothing of note, but at least he helped out. He just kept it on a medium slate, unlike Dogu, who was just down the rail. But Dogu had no business being in that second half. No business at all. So I think that is where he messed up. Those are the two places he messed up. Now, for the attack, I think Zexi should not have even been in the second half. But then again, I was thinking, who is going to replace Zexi? I thought hard and hard and hard, and I didn't find an answer. Honestly, I would have said let Mbemo play the ninth position. Let Ahmad go to the left ten, rather the right ten. Let Mason Mount go to the left ten, and then the right wing back. That is where we would have had problems because who exactly can we put there? So his options are limited. It goes back to the squad there, but I have to fault him in those two. At least those two, I noticed it. Euro was shaky. Dogo was not in the game. They ought to have gone out. For Zexi, I don't think he had too much of a choice. He just had to keep Zexi there. So, but that's it. That's really it. At the end of the day, we were just poor. We were poor. Back to the intensity I'm talking about. The intensity only came up when we realized we had gone a goal down and we were fighting for everyone and trying, but we were poor. Poor, poor, poor. And I think he needs to work on his tactics. No, I think he needs to work on his tactics, especially when we are playing against a low block side who are not ready to come forward. How do we exploit them? How do we get the better of them? What do we do? How do we keep our shape? What do we try? Because we cannot keep trying all balls. All balls will work. But then how are they going to work if we don't have players in that place to make the all balls work? So that's it. If they're not working, how do we do that? How? And then he needs to be I think he needs to be flexible a bit as well. He needs to be a bit flexible. He needs to teach these players how to cross the ball. I've been watching Manchester United play, and I can tell you for free, we don't have up to 3 players in Manchester United that can cross the ball perfectly, and it will cause chaos in the box 18. And those 3 players I'm going to mention, based on what I watched yesterday with Ahmad, Ahmad is amongst them because he crossed the ball perfectly. Nobody was there. And Mbeumo does it very well. I'll put Mount there. I'm not putting Bruno there for a reason. Because Bruno can cross 10 balls. Out of those 10 balls, only 2 or 3 are going to be good crosses. The remaining 7 are going to be useless crosses in the box. So what's the point of putting him there? Yes, come, all you minions of Bruno Fernandes. He has saved the world. He has saved Manchester United from global warming. Come and comment. But it is what it is. Bruno is not there. So we need to teach these players how to cross the ball. I'm not mentioning Dogo because Dogo cannot even learn. Even if you remove his brain and put crosses inside, he's not going to learn. So yes, I'm not putting Dogo. We need to put Dalo there because, I mean, if he's playing the left wing back, he needs to know how to cross with his left and also needs to know how to deceive the defender that he wants to cross with the left and cut and cross with his right as well from the left side of the pitch. So these are very crucial things. Mazarawi cannot even cross as well too. So you see, if we have good players that can cross the ball, you go to Liverpool and you have tons of players. You go to Arsenal, you see Rice knowing how to cross. Eze knows how to cross. Trossard knows how to cross. Martinelli knows how to cross. These are, how many players have I called? And their crosses are always causing problem. Odegaard can cross. Saka can cross. 6 already. I've not spoken about Merino. I've not added Zubimendi in there. Everybody can cross the ball and it will cause problems. But Manchester United have only few. And if you mark out those few, it's gone. Otilo. So yes, let's let him teach them. And I don't know. I think the job is tiring for everybody. Because even if you put in a Zinedine Zidane in there, an Ancelotti, a Mourinho, even if you carry Ferguson down into that Manchester United managerial position right now, he would want to cleanse out everybody, including Bruno Fernandes. Yes, I said it, including Bruno Fernandes. Why I would say it is this because I don't know if you guys have the chance, go and watch Manchester United of 2-10, 2-11, 2-12, even 2-13 after Ferguson have left. Go and watch them and see the way they play. See the way they connect the balls together. See the passes. The passes are not heavy. The passes they are not too heavy, they are not too long. The crosses are on point. They knew where each other were. There was a sync. The weight of the pass is perfect. We were cursing those players, Fletcher, Carrick, Brown, all this, but you watch their passes, you will know that these boys, they are technically good. Unlike what we have now, we have rubbish. We have absolute rubbish in our team. I think I'll spend the 20 minutes I plan to spend and just overuse it. Anyways, something needs to change, and it needs to change fast. But where we have to start with is in the transfer window. Ineos should go and get 6 players. Pull the money out of the bank if you want this team to compete this season. I'm not saying next season, no, this season. So they can start from this season to start building on what we have. If not, just forget about it. I've been your boy Fred. Please don't forget to like, to share, to follow, and then leave your comments in the comment section below. Peace.